Okay, so now we're made it to 1.5 and we're about to create our first IntelliJ project. You should have IntelliJ already set up, and also you should already have JDK. So let's get into it. All right, so 1.5, let's get into the curriculum. Here you see we have 1.5, your first Java project. And over here, I have the IntelliJ pulled up. It says here, following the Hello World trend, let's create a new IntelliJ project. 1, create a folder to hold your Java practice files. Since you will be creating lots of small projects as you move through this course, we suggest that you also add subfolders with names corresponding to the related chapters and projects. Something like Java, a practice chapter name, project name. Select the new option for the welcome screen from the welcome screen. And so here we have the welcome screen here. And it's asking us we want to start a new project. But first, it says create a new folder to hold your Java practice files. So let's go over to our, make it clear. We're going to create a file. So I'm going to do ls. And notice that I'm not in my root. So I have to do cd tilde. It gets me to the root. Hit ls. And as you can see, I have a document folder, but I don't want to go there because the folders on my computer are in OneDrive. So I'm going to cd into OneDrive, hit the tab. Now I'm in OneDrive. So I do a ls now. Now I can see the different directories that I have access to. So I'm going to cd, DLC, hit tab, completes the command, hit enter, do a ls, and here are all my directories. I'm going to cd into my LC101, hit tab, and now I'm there. And you still see I have the Hello World Java. Now, what it asks me to do is say create a folder, right? So I want to make a new directory. So I'm going to do mkdir, and I'm going to call this Java practice. And I'm going to hit enter, do a ls just to check what's in there. And there is my directory. So I'm going to cd into that, hit a couple of letters, hit tab so it can autocomplete. I want to definitely encourage you to learn your shortcuts. All right, ls, there's nothing in there. I'm going to create another directory here, mkdir, and this time I'm going to call it chapter name. Or guess I call it, I think I'm just going to create this directory, and we're going to put chapter name and project name. So now let's do this. I'm going to do it like this. Make a directory. And this is a chapter. So I'm going to call it chapter. Let's call it chapter 1. So I'm going to not put a space there. Hit enter. cd chapter 1. And now I'm inside of chapter 1. So I've created this directory with the directories inside of it. So now when I come over here and I click on new project, it opens up my new project. Now we're going to create a new project, and we're going to call it Hello World. So you notice that it's capital HELLO. And so we call this Pascal case, where the first letter is capitalized, and the second, every word is capitalized. The first word all the way through. Every time you have a new word, you give it a capital letter. Normally we do camel case, and camel case is when you start off with a lowercase letter first for the first word, and then uppercase letters for any other words that you add to the name. But here in Java, we're going to use Pascal casing, which the first letter of the first word is capitalized. Now here we have a location. So I'm going to click on this location button. I am going to go down to my T Wheaton end user. Remember, I said I put it inside of my OneDrive. Come down here to the documents, my LC 101, Java Practice, Chapter 1. Hit OK. So that's where this is going to be stored. C telling me to pick Java, which I did. And then we're going to use Maven. Maven is our build tool. And I already have a JDK 11. You see how it picked that up. So we already have JDK 11 0.17. If that wasn't there for you, you click down this drop down right here and you have to go and add JDK. So let's say if you have a different version that you accidentally downloaded, you installed the latest version, but you want to be on 11, you'll come here and you click add to add the new version and it should download for you. But if you're having any issues with that, don't hesitate to reach out so we can help you solve your issues. And now it says add sample code. We got that ticked. And then I'm going to click create. All right. So it created it. Let me put that to the side. Now let's read down a little bit. Now notice here, I'm gonna break this down one step at a time. A, name your project. In this example, we named our project Hello World. All right, we have this project is called Hello World. Here it is right here up here at the top, Hello World. That's the name of the project. B, we selected the location to save our project. The reading suggested using a folder to store all of your Java projects. This example is using the desktop, but we didn't store ours in the desktop. We stored ours in the directory. And I must have hit something because it is looked like it's building something. My mouse must have hit the build button. So let's see if it gives us an error. So I accidentally did that, but we'll see. Next, C. We chose Java from the language option because we're going to be working in Java. All right. And then for the build system, select Maven. We did that. Here it is right here. This is the Maven right here. That's a build tool. And you have Gradle. You have different tools that we use to build our projects. And depending on what team you're on, is different from different companies. And then for our JDK, we use version 11 that you downloaded. If 11 is not already selected in the SDK window, click New on the right and find the JDK you have just downloaded. Okay, so I showed you how to do that. Check the Add Sample Code option for this project. We did that, and this will allow you to run Java in the terminal. So that has been done. And then we created the project. Now 4, you should now see your new Java project. Below is the view of your new project. The section on the left is the project file tree. So I'm going to minimize that. This section right here is your tree. If I say go to the file tree, this is what I'm talking about. And just remember, this is your file tree. So an IntelliJ project contains file tree, which is the B. All of this right here this is the whole tree, this whole section. On the left and main class on the right, here's our main class. Let me minimize that. Here's the main class. There it is right there. Remember, this is a class, public class main. And we'll break this down to you, the syntax. Now, click on the item labeled project with an icon that looks like a file folder on the left of the project window. This right here, so we click on it, you see how it collapses. This will list the files in your file tree. Here's all the files. You have a POM XML test, and we'll break this down for you later. Explore your file tree until you find the main Java file, which is this right here. We found that. Click the triangle next to the project name Hello World. Display the source file. So here's the source right here. Is what he was talking about. We click the source. We go to main, Java, and then here's our main example. Main Java is also open on the right in the initial project view, right here. This is the view. In line 1, package org.example establishes a package which Java uses to help organize and encapsulate our code. This is a default setting. You can update this in the new project wizard under the advanced setting drop-down menu. For this project, the default setting is all we need. 5. In line 3, you should see the main class. Here it is right here. Let me kind of make this smaller. Matter of fact, all I have to do is click on this right here. It makes it smaller. We'll dive into the use of a main function and main class later. At this point, let's just get right to the printing our greeting. Somewhere in your project, you should see the following command. Where is that at? Right there. Now, in JavaScript, you're familiar with this, and it's called console.log. Remember these keywords. Printing. When we say printing something, displaying something, this is what we mean. You need to have this system.out print line, which is in the method. System is an object. .out is also a method. .print line. Now, let me explain something up front right now so you can understand. In Java, they're not called functions. Everything in Java is a method, which falls up under object because it's object-oriented programming, OOP. So you don't get corrected when you're out in the real world working on projects and you call a method a function in Java. Don't be surprised or offended if someone corrects you and say it's a method, because there are no functions in Java, all methods, because Java is class-based. In JavaScript, so you can know the difference, this is why we're going to teach you the difference between the two languages. In JavaScript, there are no classes. That's all syntactic sugar. Everything gets transpiled down to JavaScript. But in Java, there are classes. And we'll go deeper in that later on to help you understand. So now we understand that line. We know what that system print line out is. Before we run this program, let's guess what the output would be. Okay, sure. We haven't gone over this exact syntax yet, but you can take a guess at what this line will do. So I can either click this play button right here, or you can't see it, but it's another play button right here. And I can even just click this play button if I just want to run this line right here. But I'm going to click the main one. I'm going to run the whole class. So it's building down here at the bottom. As you can see, right there is building. And here's a tab, right? If I click on this tab, I can see it building right here. It's running. Now, while it's doing that, it shouldn't take long because there's not a lot here. And there it is. It printed out Hello World. You can click on any of the green triangle indicated above. It gives you a couple of examples right here. You can play around with this. Choose Run from your top menu bar. We have it all the way at the top of our menu bar. Let me see if I can bring this down for you so you can see it. There it is. There it is right here. You can click Run. There's multiple ways of doing different things in programming, as you can see. You have multiple ways to get to different files. You have multiple ways to run. You have multiple ways of writing code. So you're not limited. Note, if you are having trouble running your program, try selecting the main project from the configuration menu. So it has the main project from the configuration window. Let me see where we are with that. There it is right there. Move that over. Here it is right here. You can select it here and run it. So let me put this back up. Okay. Once IntelliJ will once run, IntelliJ will generate a third panel in your view with your program output. Here it is right here. Remember, if you don't see it, didn't pop up, just click it down here. It's down here at the bottom as well. This is just the start of your relationship with IntelliJ. Now that we know the fundamentals, let's return to Java basics so we can start writing more code. All right, check your understanding. All right, so we've now got IntelliJ set up. We ran our first program. Now it's time for us to go a little bit deeper. I'm gonna get ready to go into the next video, but first, if you're struggling with this, make sure you reach out to me on Discord or reach out in Slack if you're in the LC 101 so you can get some help so we can get you get everything working on your machine, because everybody's machine is different. Could be other issues that we can help you work through, but we want to get this set up. But remember, the more you practice, the more you improve. Okay, see you in the next video.